Hey, what's up friends? Moses here from Driver Success. I hope and pray that you guys are doing well. Today is Tuesday the 14th of May 2024. Right now the time is 7:21. I'm on my way to Sanga for orientation. This is my second day. Yesterday was my first day of orientation, but I just wanted to make this video because I figured I need to figure out how to get some time to make some of these videos. So I just want to take you through my application process so that it can be able to help those of you that may want to apply to JB Hunt. I'm gonna try, and the interesting thing is when I was going through it, I made like real-time videos. Like I would record what's happening, but I'm realizing I may not have the time to put those together, so I'm just going to try and recall as much as possible and let you know what my process was like. Of course, everybody's process will be different, but hopefully I can be able to answer some of the questions that you may come across when you are going through your application process should you choose to come to Walmart. So when we made the decision as a family, let me start off by saying, if you are somebody that has a young family or somebody that has been doing maybe like local work and you want to transition to regional or over the road, or it may even be a dedicated position, but a position that may need you to be away from your family, I think it's very important that you and your family are all on the same page. So I want to start off with that, saying that for those of you that are just getting into trucking, right? Or you may have maybe you have even been in trucking, but you are transitioning from being a local driver to an over-the-road driver. I want to encourage you to involve your spouse and your children as much as possible. So for me, the first thing that I did was to talk to my wife about it and told her what I was thinking, and I wanted to get her input to know what she was thinking about it, or what she would think if I had to go over the road, what that means. And we all were on the same page. She agreed with me that it's something that we can work on, and so I made the decision to put in my application with Walmart. So what I did, that was a Tuesday when we had the talk. It was on a Tuesday, and that very day on Tuesday, I believe it was the end of hold on, let me check. It was the end of March. Let me see. Yeah, it was the end of March on a Tuesday. That means that Tuesday must have been the 26th. From what I see on the calendar, I think it was the 26th of March is when I put in my application. Now, the position where I currently live in Fort Worth, there are 3 distribution centers that I wanted to to put applications in if any of them had any openings. The Cleburne Distribution Center, the Sanga Distribution Center, and the Lancaster. Those are the 3 that are close by me that I wanted to look at. So the only one that had an opening at that time was the Cleburne Distribution Center. Now, when I put in that application on that Tuesday, I think I was already late, because the following day, which was a Wednesday, when I went back on the website, that job opening was taken off the website. So that tells me, or that told me, that it had been on there for some time, and by the time I applied, I was already late. And the reason why I say that again is because of the experience, what happened thereafter. So I'm going to explain to you exactly that. So when I put in my application, I was expecting to get a call from them. So when you put in your application, by the way, if you want to apply, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to, I think it's careers.walmart.com, something like that. Or if you just say, if you just Google Walmart tracking jobs, something will come up. You just want to make sure that you go to a website that has a walmart.com. I think it will be like careers.walmart.com or something.walmart.com. Just make sure there are other companies that will advertise Walmart tracking jobs. Just make sure you're going to the Walmart website. When you go there, you're going to go, I think it's under something like maybe transportation or logistics or distribution center, something like that. You're going to go there, click on that, and then you'll go where it talks about driving jobs, and then you look to see if there's anything close to you. On that page, they also give you the qualifications. Like, they will tell you the things that you need to have in order to be hired on as a driver, like 30 months of driving experience, when they talk about, I think, like accidents, preventable accidents, and then like they tell you when you're applying, they will tell you, you'll see whether you qualify or you don't qualify. And there are even times where they are gonna it looks like there is an accident or what. We are slowing down here. Yesterday I came a little earlier than this. Everything was smooth. Today I wanted to kind of just be on time, and now it looks like there's a little bit of jam. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. You like, even when you're filling in the application, the very first things that you fill out are really to determine if you qualify. They will tell you whether you don't qualify or you qualify by how you are going to answer certain questions. There are some questions where they will tell you that if you have an accident, you don't qualify, or if you don't have so much experience, you don't qualify. They will tell you. Now, on that, I think it's that very page, at the top of it, my understanding is there is where they will ask you, how did you hear about us? My understanding is, from what I've heard, is if you want your application to be among the top applications, because there are many people that are applying. So if you want your application to be on top, you want to have somebody referring you. So you want to have a name of a driver or somebody that works for Walmart, I think, who refers you. So where it says, how did you hear about us, I think there is I don't remember the exact wording right now. It says maybe somebody referred me or refer or something. You want to put a name of somebody there. So if you guys don't have anybody that you know, feel free to use me as somebody that is referring you. Just put in my name, Moses Kangave. I will put it on the screen so you can see it. So put in that name, Moses Kangave. If you want, you can even add my employee number, 72112. But if you know somebody, it doesn't have to be me, but if you know somebody who works for Walmart, especially if it's a driver, you want to put their information there, their name there. So again, if you don't have anybody, feel free to use me. But what that does, from my understanding, is it puts your application on top of those people that don't have somebody referring them. But the other way I believe that could help your application be on top is if you see the opening right away and you put in your application right away, then you are among the top, right? So they will pick those that have people referring them, and then they will pick those that were among the first to put in the application. I think that's how it works. Again, I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me on that. But from my understanding, I think that's how it works. So for me, when I filled in, when you fill in that first application, you're gonna submit it. Now, if it fits the criteria, if you pass that first thing, you're going to receive an email. That email is gonna be like right away. It's almost like a system generated. I think it's already set up that if you meet those qualifications, as soon as you submit that first quote unquote small application, they are gonna send you another email asking for, I don't remember, maybe your social security number. Again, it's gonna be something very not a lot of information. And then from there, when you submit that, I think you're gonna get another email again asking for some more information. It's like you get about 2 or 3 emails. The last email that you're gonna get is gonna be saying that you are gonna receive an email from an outside company that does their background check. So you want to watch out for that. That is also gonna come as soon as the other emails go back. You're gonna receive that email. This person decided to be in the first lane and they are not going anywhere. So that will be kind of like the last email you get, the one from the company that does their background check. And I think that is one of the longest, I think it's the longest email, like form you have to fill in, because I think you fill in your like work history, residence history, stuff like that, because they are going to be doing your background check. So when you fill in that email, you're gonna of course wait for them to do a background check. They're also gonna tell you, I think those guys will tell you, they'll send you an email probably telling you that you should also be registered in the clearinghouse, because they will want to access that. So they will want you to give them like permission to access that, and then you'll just have to wait. Now, for me, when I did that, because I applied to Cleban, I think the last day I was among the last people to apply, even though I did have somebody as a referrer, even though I put in a driver, that a driver referred me. My application, I think, was among the last, because I applied the very last day that job opening was up there. So I waited and waited and waited, and nothing was happening. But during my time of waiting, every day I would check the website to see if there are any new openings that opened up, like in Sanga or in Lancaster. But there was nothing. But every single day I would check, and I would check multiple times. So my encouragement to you is, if you have a couple of places you are looking at, always check multiple times. So the next opening that came up was in April, and it was on the 19th. It was a Friday. I remember very well. I was at work. I was at Amazon doing my very first load work. When I stopped by Amazon, I decided to go and check to see if there was any opening, because I had already checked that morning about maybe 2 times. Nothing was there. But when I checked that afternoon, something had opened up for Sangha, and I immediately put in my application. Now remember, that was a Friday. I put in my application, and guess what? On Monday I got a call back. So that tells me that, one, it worked for me that I had somebody on the application, that somebody is referring me. Secondly, that I had been among the first people to put in my application, because I put it in right after that opening had been posted. So on Monday I received a call from Walmart. The call was from the recruiter, and they wanted us to set up an appointment so that we can do a phone interview. So we did a phone interview, and then after that, like during the phone interview, they were just going through what the job is, the qualification, and how the entire program is, like the process is. And they were explaining to me things that I should expect, and then they wanted to see if I still wanted to go ahead and do what, and continue with the application. Of course, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to continue with the application. So I continued with the application. From there, they like emails would come. All you have to remember is check your emails, because they will be communicating to you. Emails will be coming. You have to fill in the information, or like take action, do whatever is required, and then that helps like to process. Like every email that comes, just make sure that you find out what that email is asking for, and then like do what it says, and your process should just continue. If they need to call you, they will call you. So just have your phone with you, and everything will be fine. So the application process did not take long from that, because from that time, so let me see, it took about, like they say, it takes about 10 days for the background check, but I think mine took, let me say, like 1 week. Because if I remember right, I'm trying now to remember, that's why I wanted to record these things in real time, so that I don't forget, because now I don't remember the exact days. But on the 19th, I put in my application. They replied on the 22nd. I want to say by the end, 22nd was a Monday. I think by the end of that week, I had got a reply that I was good to go. The background check had been cleared, because I put in my I don't remember when I put in my my notice to leave JB Hunt, but I remember they sent me an email. Like they will send you an email asking you to schedule when you want to do your onboarding. So I scheduled my onboarding for the 5th. Is it the 5th? Was it going to be on the 5th? May? 6th, because 6th was going to be a Monday. So I scheduled my onboarding on the 6th. So I quit working at JB Hunt somewhere at the end of April. So when they sent me like an email asking me to set up my onboarding, I think I had like 4 days to choose from, like 4 Mondays. So like a whole month of which day I wanted to start. So with me, I chose the very first one, which was the 6th of May. And so that was it. That was the application process. I think so. It goes to show that if you apply right away when the job has been posted and you have somebody referring you, you should get a call, maybe like depending on what day of the week, you should get a call either that day, the following day, or at least within 2 days. You should get a call. If you don't get a call right away, that means your application is not on top. It means you don't have somebody referring you, or you are not among the first people to put in your application. So if I'm to encourage you, that if you want your application to go in fast, number one, make sure you meet all the qualifications. Don't try to apply if you don't meet the qualifications. When you are counting your experience, don't count that training. If you left CDL, don't count that training. Count from the time you started driving by yourself. That's when experience counts. But one, meet the qualifications. Two, have somebody referring you. Three, put in your application as soon as that job posting is posted. As soon as it's posted, put in your application. So if you want to come work for Walmart, always be checking that website. If you want to check it every hour, do so. Check it every hour. As soon as you see that, boom, put in your application. Put in somebody that somebody is referring you. Again, use me if you don't know if anybody, use me, so that your application goes in. You should get a call that day or within 2 days, and then from there the process should be fast. So that's the application process. I will let you know about the onboarding process in another video. Until then, stay blessed and stay safe. Bye-bye.
A husband, father, Christian and truck driver, telling you my story and the world through my eyes. So keep the faith, let's keep it fresh. And this is driver success. Yeah, let's go.